Ben, don't go all silent on me now.
Hi. Just thought I'd touch base.
Yeah, Dad, I was just saying to Ben, maybe we should go and get something to eat.
Yes, of course. Or we could avail ourselves of one of those delectable chocolate brownies that you dangled in front of me this morning.
Ben?
Oh, sorry, I don't mean to be ungrateful. I just don't really feel very hungry right now.
No, of course. Say no more. Anyway, I'm due to perform a plural tap on Mrs. Merrill, so I'll, best leave you both to it.
Come on, we don't even know anything yet.
She looked worried to me.
Maybe just being paranoid.
If there is something wrong with my sight...
Why think like this?
Photographer Martha. If I can't take pictures... I don't know how to do anything else. You'd have to support us. We'd have to completely rethink things.
Okay, now you're being a bit over the top.
I'd like to be able to see my children.
Children? But we haven't even
We
discussed...
want to have kids, don't we?
Well, yeah.
Well, then maybe we should think about having them sooner rather than later before they find out there's anything else wrong with me.
Ben? Stop it. Okay? Hey.
I'm sorry. I'm so sick of hospitals. I'm sick of waiting, just always waiting for these results. And I know I've not been well, but this is different. What if there is something really wrong with my sight?
Look, there's no point playing this game, is there? I mean, we're not doctors, either of us. We should speak to my dad. Hey, I'll go get him.
I need to get some air.
So we've split the sternum, placed a cannula in the femoral artery and one in the right atrium. Ms. Naylor, why did we not place one in the aorta?
Because placing the cannula into the dissected aorta might not perfuse the true lumen.
Good, okay. Right, let's start cooling it down, please. Sister Morton, you ready for your big day?
More than ready. There's not much to do, really. Just make sure I get there on time.
Well, there's me thinking you'd be the eternal bachelor, Mr. Bell.
Well, there you are. Appearances can be deceptive.
Indeed. Indeed. So, Ms. Naylor, what would you say is the most critical part of the operation?
Finding the tear.
And then?
Probably the hardest part is stitching the coronary buttons. Although finding them through all this dissected tissue is going to be an uphill struggle anyway.
What's that?
This is very swollen. You must be in some discomfort.
Just call me Braveheart.
And your fever's up. When's the last time you took his obs?
It's not her fault. I was feeling rough. I should have called.
Okay, give him 5 milligrams of morphine, and I want him in for a scan immediately. And do not buy the bravado. Keep an eye on him.
I didn't mean to get you into trouble with your boss there.
Oh, no. He's not that bad. Why didn't you call?
I don't know. Every time I open my mouth, I seem to upset you. Don't I?
No. Of course not.
Oh!
Excuse me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Right, suction. Suction, there's always return.
What happened?
Patient wasn't emptied, suction. Okay, we have a tear in the arch. We need to replace it. Scissors. Okay, Miss Naylor, what is the safe time to prevent neuro damage at 18 degrees? Mr. Byrne?
20 minutes plus.
35 to 40. Even with that, we're cutting it fine. No room for mistakes. How would you proceed?
10 minutes for dissection and another for the distal anastomosis. A few minutes to isolate the branches of the arch and another 10 to suture the arch. It's definitely achievable.
All right, better get started.
They're from Sam. I suppose someone should call Clifford as well.
Are you clearing out Maddie's locker? Look, I can do that. It's fine. Yeah, go ahead. Take over like you always do.
Sorry.
Donna, I'm sorry.
It's fine, it's me. I don't know what else to do.
Maybe you should write the speech.
Why? You said that you...
Can't do it. Got nothing to say. I can't even look after my own patient.
Come on, mate, you were a great nurse, all right? And it wasn't your fault.
No?
No.
Oh, so I wasn't the one who went on the CPR refresher course and then days later
It's different when it's
forgot
someone
everything.
you know that.
Yeah, exactly, it was Maddie. God, if I just moved that stupid sign, then maybe she... I feel like I may as well have stuck the knife in myself, you know? Just tell Mr. Cullen I can't do it.
Yeah, of course I will.
I'm going to head back. Try and make myself useful.
All right, start rewarming. That's some pretty impressive handiwork there.
And then shall I start on the graphs?
Oh, I think we can risk it. All being well, I could leave you to tie up. You far exceeded my expectations.
Would you excuse me, Martha?
I want to ask you about...
As if playing caretaker to an entire ward is not enough, Mrs. Merrill is in a particularly cantankerous mood. What's wrong?
Oh, it's just... Ben...
I know. Nobody likes waiting for results.
I mean, I see where he's coming from. You know, it's one thing after another. It's never ending, is it?
And you're worried too, aren't you?
I thought Ben I'd come and look for you.
Right, well, maybe you and I should have a chat first, eh?
The anaesthetist says it could be up to half an hour for warming her up.
Good. It'll give us time to speak to Mr. Stewart. As much as I hate prolonging his agony, he needs to know we're not out of the woods. Not by a long shot. Okay, I'm needed.
If you like, I'd be happy to talk to Mr. Stewart.
I wouldn't usually expect my registrar to debrief so long on such a complicated procedure.
I wouldn't suggest it if we hadn't established a rapport already. He trusts me. Any unexpected hitches, I assure you, I'll call on your advice.
Make sure you do.
All right, take a look at this. You have an internal abscess just by the side of your stoma. If the area has a skin breakdown, hasn't been cleaned properly, or if the bag is faulty, it's an open invite to every bacteria in the neighborhood.
So, what now? New generation antibiotics?
I'm afraid that that ship has sailed, and I'm not willing to play a waiting game, so I would like to get you into theater immediately, which has its risks as well, since your system is so severely compromised.
Say it like it is, why don't you?
I do promise you we'll get you in and out as soon as possible.
When?
Well, you're in luck. I've bumped my waiting list, so you're next up. Can you get him prepped, please? Nurse Kendall, have a quick word.
Mr. Spence, I'm really sorry. You know, I was sure you said half-hourly ops, and then I thought I did his stats on time,
I know
but...
what you did. Let's clear up any misunderstandings. He isn't worse because of your negligence. That infection would have taken hold regardless. All right? I know what you're like. There's a stick inside. You'd whack yourself on the head with it.
You enjoy it?
Oh, just gonna get that.
Darwin. Sod's law.
by the way, have you finished with that collection?
No.
Don't tell anyone.
I should just point out the obvious. You don't yet have the results.
Oh, I know. That's what I told him.
But... Come on, Martha, you can tell me. I won't tell anyone else. Scout's honour.
What if he does go blind?
Well, that's just supposition. I really don't think...
Yes, but it is a possibility.
Well, yes, perhaps, but then...
What, getting mowed down by a truck? Dad, yes or no?
Look, Martha, I am sure that whatever it is, you will deal with it. I have every confidence in you.
You do?
You are, without any shadow of a doubt, your mother's daughter. She never gave up on anything either.
No pressure then.
You and Ben, you remind me of your mum and me. You're a snug fit.
You think so?